Hi everyone, my name is Sydney ASMR, and today you are indeed going to hear a ramble. To be honest, I have been studying non-stop today. I studied for my mental health exam next Friday, and I studied for a world civilization exam for next some date in the near future. I have 3 exams next week, and I have some plans next week, so I'm trying to get as much done so that I don't have to worry about it, so I can enjoy my time off. But alas, life is what it is, and I wanted to film an awesome, amazing video, but I decided my brain was not ready for anything too creative. All my brain was capable of doing was a rambling video. I like rambling videos because you never know what they're gonna say next. They could talk about the new Batman movie. They could talk about cats. They could talk about witchcraft. They could talk about religion. They could talk about politics. They could talk about the world ending. But today we're gonna put some lotion on. My hands are quite dry. There's also a storm happening right now. I live right next to a highway, and I live next to a couple that are crack addicts and like to argue at least twice a week. So, who knows what will happen in this video? Dun dun dun. So, a lot of people really like my trigger where I open up a page and then tell them to tell me the first word that they see. So we'll do a little bit of that, but then we're actually going to read the book. So tell me the first word you see. Tell me the first word you see. Okay, all right. This is called Wicca, a guide for the solitary practitioner. We're not going to read a lot, but we're going to read a little bit. We're all going to learn together. Wicca and Shamanism. Shamanism has been defined as the first religion. It existed prior to the earliest civilizations, before our ancestors took the first steps down the long journey to the present. Prior to this time, the shamans were the medicine people, the power wielders, male and female. They wrought magic and spoke to the spirits of nature. The shamans were the first humans with knowledge. They created, discovered, nurtured, and used it. Knowledge is power. Women and men who possessed it in those far-flung days were called shamans. 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 How did shamans capture or discover this power? Through ecstasy, alternate states of consciousness in which they communed with the forces of the universe. Early shamans first attained this state through use of such tools as fasts, thirsts, self-infliction of pain, infliction, self-infliction, infliction, ingestion of hallucinogenic substances, concentration, and so on. Once mastered, these techniques allowed them to gain awareness of other non-physical worlds. Through such awareness shifts, all magical knowledge was obtained. Conference with spirits and deities, plants and animals opened up new vistas of learning. Among their own people, the shamans often shared some of this knowledge, but reserved the rest for personal use. Shamanic lore wasn't for public consumption. this right here, it's just a piece of watercolor paper, and then I taped off all around the sides evenly, and then I just painted this little section. So I started off with a light pink all over, then I added a dark pink, and then a darker pink, and then a purple, and when that all dried, I sketched out a little tree, and then I etched it with a Sharpie, and I extended it on the sides I covered up with the tape so that it'll look a little bit more 3D. That's awesome. Okay, so if I haven't said it already, by the way, I'm scratching. This video is going to start off, with the soft-spoken voice that I've been doing, and then it'll transition into more of a whisper. How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers am I holding up? Which finger is your favorite? Is it this one? You win nothing except my undivided attention. Tell me about your day. How was it? Well, I'm going to talk about myself now. So my day was good. I woke up a little bit later than I wanted. I woke up around 10. It is a Saturday, so. And then I woke up and I did my Wordle. I did my Sudoku puzzle. I got up. I had some snacks. Actually, I had leftover baked mac and cheese from last night's dinner. And then I started studying and doing assignments and doing assignments. I made myself a cup of coffee, hazelnut coffee, and then I literally whipped together some half and half creamer and sugar with a milk frother, and then it got really fluffy and creamy, and I added it into the coffee, and it was delicious. And then I finished my homework and all my school studies for the day, and I decided to make a video. I cleaned up my room, I set up my equipment, I did my face, made sure my hair was okay. When I say do my face, I just make it I look like I just roll out of bed to presentable enough, not bad. And then I got distracted and organized all my jewelry because everything was tangled up in a big mess, you know what I mean? And for some reason my thumb hurts. I think it's because I was literally taking notes all day, and sometimes when I'm stressed, stressed for this exam coming up, I kind of tense when I draw or when I write, and I kind of hurt my thumb. Well, anyways, I think I'm gonna put a little bit more hand cream on because I have a thyroid disease called Hashimoto's, and I take a Synthroid. Synthroid is a prescription. And that prescription, one of the adverse effects is dry skin. So I have to put lotion on every day. I have to put eye drops in. I have to put on chapstick every day. Drink lots of water so that I don't die of dehydrated skin. Speaking of dehydration, let's have some water. This is one of those water bottles that's like, you go down through the day, you have a goal in mind. I generally try to drink 1 to 2 of these a day. So that would be probably about 40 to 80 ounces a day. Yes. Is that enough for a daily intake? I'm not sure. Probably not. But better than what I used to be. I like coffee and I like water. I don't like tea. I don't like juices. I like chocolate milk, but honestly, not a big fan of milk. in large quantities. I do, however, like the soy milk. Chocolate milk. It's very good. It's like by Silk. Soy milk. Silk chocolate soy milk. It's pretty good. So, I'm not sure if you guys ever seen the W Magazine ASMR videos, but Aubrey Plaza does an ASMR video. And one of the triggers that she does is she takes her hair and she makes little noises inside the microphone. So I figured we'll do that today. It's probably not going to cause any hair damage. I don't know. So we're just going to go like that with the hair, like this, like that, like this. Do you guys have anxiety? Sometimes I do. But right now I'm learning about antidepressants, anxiety pills in my mental health class, and the pills that we take have things that inhibit or release more neurotransmitters. And my release is not that it produces more, but your body still produces the same amount, but it affects the neurotransmitters in your brain, the receptors, so that your body can have more dopamine, epinephrine, things like that, serotonin, inside of your brain. And it's actually quite horrifying how people treated people with mental illnesses in previous, decades, centuries. It's, truly barbaric. Like in season 2 of American Horror Stories, it's not that far off sometimes, minus some of the other crazy things that they have in the show, but so we've been learning more about that. One thing that I've learned is about antipsychotics, which is treated for schizophrenia, which, by the way, I have a schizophrenia video. You can watch it if you want. I'll link in the description. And they added a antipsychotic pill that inhibited vitamin D. Not vitamin D, sorry, dopamine. It inhibited dopamine, and dopamine is actually important for one important life skill, and that is moving. It controls your movements. So if you inhibit I keep saying vitamin D, if you inhibit dopamine, you'll start to have spasms, you'll start to move involuntarily. So they came out with another antipsychotic pill that not only treats schizophrenia, but it also treats depression. This is called an atypical pill, and then they added in a second pill made solely to treat the spasms that come with the first antipsychotic pill. So I don't know why I'm telling you all this, but this is what I've learned today. So I'm gonna just pay attention to me right now. Pay attention to me. So, number 1, there's a pill for antipsychotic pill number 1. It's called the first gen. It's called the typical pill. It inhibits dopamine to treat schizophrenia. But when you inhibit dopamine, you start to have involuntary movements. So they created a second brand new pill just for that. Now, the second generation antipsychotic pill, called atypical pill, also treated depression, because most people who have some sort of psychotic issue like schizophrenia also have depression, so it needs to be hand in hand. Anyways, that's what I learned today. Okay, so we're gonna slow down. Did you guys like the hair trigger? I don't know, did you like it? I kind of like it. I think it's a nice little background noise. My plans for tonight is to simply lay in bed and eat and watch Modern Family. I'm on season 2, and it's quite enjoyable so far. I think anytime I watch a show, I always try to watch things and understand who made it. Was it made by a woman? Was it made by a man? Was it made by a group of people? Was it made by an older person, younger person? I kind of want to get the perspective of the person who made the show to understand the show and the intent that they have. And I think there are a few flaws with the show, maybe a few stereotypes, but I like the show. It's been enjoyable, and I'm excited to see where it goes. That's a lot of seasons. I'm only on season 2. Season 2. Barbecue bacon burger. Barbecue bacon burger. I've never had a barbecue bacon burger, but I can imagine that it would be delicious. I do love bacon. But my favorite bacon in the whole wide world is beef bacon. I don't know if you've ever had beef bacon. Beef bacon is something that I imagine that we would feast on the heavens with the Greek gods. It is delicious. If you ever get your hands on beef bacon, do it. Just go for it. Hands in, go for it. Oh man. Are you guys good at accents? I'm not really good at accents. I can do a pretty good southern accent, but it's not real fine. I think that's about all I can do. I wish I could do a Natasha Lyonne kind of accent like that. I think she has the coolest voice in the whole wide world. Speaking of Natasha Lyonne, you guys really need to watch Russian Doll. I really love the series. I'm excited for season 3, even though I'm going to have to wait probably another year or 2. But season 1 and season 2 are out, and they're good. And I'm also excited for Stranger Things season 4, which is coming out soon. I am so excited. I love Stranger Things. I think, who doesn't? There are some people who say, oh, Stranger Things should have ended after 1 season. They're just after your money. I don't care. As long as the story is good and I want to keep seeing more, that's all I care about, and that it ties well. A lot of shows sometimes just keep extending and making up these really BS plot lines. Vampire Diaries. But I liked the show, I like Stranger Things. Oh man. I sound like a Midwestern mom right there. Oh man. Donald, don't do that with your... I don't know what I was gonna go on with that sentence. Anyways, I am starving. I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna have to eat tonight. Oh, I'm thinking maybe fries. Or I could have chicken nuggets. I don't have very much food left. I'm trying to be smart with the food that I do have left. I have ice cream and Oreos, but that's not really dinner per se. I have green beans. Tomorrow I'm gonna make mashed potatoes and chicken, because I have some mashed potatoes and chicken available to make tomorrow, but I don't feel like making that tonight because my chicken's still in the freezer, so my thumb seriously hurts. It hurts to move it, so I'm just gonna let it stay still. I know it's not broken because I'm able to move it, but it is, I think I might have pulled a muscle, or I don't think I sprained it, just pulled a muscle. Silly Sydney. Silly ASMR. Sydney ASMR. Subscribe to me and you'll live 5 years longer. And if you don't want to live 5 years longer, give this video a thumbs up. So you're required to support me no matter what. No matter what. Turns out this video is my most liked video. That would be pretty sad, wouldn't it? This is a chaotic, rambling video, but perhaps it might have helped you a little bit to get sleepy. At the end of the day, everyone finds a different way to get sleepy. Some people do drugs. Some people beat themselves so they can fall asleep. Some people do yoga. Some people meditate. Some people just lay their head on their pillow and fall asleep. And those people can rot in HEW hockey sticks, because if you've made it to this asleep. And some people give themselves like a head massage. They have warm teas, warm milk, you know. Some people have physically demanding jobs, so when they get to bed, it's pretty easy to fall asleep, you know what I mean? Some people have routines. Routines are excellent for sleep, and having a schedule. Who has time for that, you know? Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you sleep well, and that you have the wonderful, wonderful dreams. Last night I had a crazy dream where, like, I went back to my hometown with a team of researchers because people went missing from their homes, and we went there, and some people couldn't remember what happened. Actually, everyone couldn't remember what happened, and then we left town just for a minute